Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Peaceful Mind, Dreams, and Meditation. I really hope you are all doing really well. I hope that you are all happy and healthy and doing great in this time of patiently waiting for the wealth transfer. I have recently had a vision of Shiba Inu. Does that make sense? I've had a vision that I believe relates to Shiba Inu. So Shiba Inu, the cryptocurrency. And I would love to share it on this channel as I believe that it is something that is very relevant for the time period that we're in now, and of course for the wealth transfer to happen. So just before I go into what I saw, there have been so many videos on YouTube at the moment in regards to, particularly in the Christian community as well, which me and my husband kind of gravitate towards those videos more to get proper godly insight into what's happening with the cryptocurrencies at the moment. But there has been so many videos of people having visions and people being told some dates and times and amounts and digits and things like that. Of course, you can't really be fully 100% sure of numbers in regards to like what price the coins or any coins will go up to until the prophecies come to pass, if that makes sense. But we've been really inspired and comforted by a lot of the things that we've seen, and we believe that we've also been having visions in regards to Shiba Inu in particular, which are very similar to other people. So I would love to share with you what I saw. This vision I have in my notes written for August the 13th, so I don't think I've edited any spelling mistakes in this recently, so I would like to say accurately that I had this vision on the 13th of August 2022. So it was at night time, so probably I'd say maybe about 11:30, 12 a.m. maybe. That's usually the time that I kind of go to sleep these days. So I was in prayer and I was asking God for some insight into Shiba Inu because, like I've said, we've seen a lot of videos about it and we've been praying about the wealth transfer. So when I begin praying, I obviously thank God for everything in my life as it stands at this moment first. I'm a big believer in gratitude, so I always show gratitude for everything that I have first. And then I proceeded to ask for insight into Shiba Inu. And I actually asked God, can you please show me a dream or a vision and let me know if me and my husband were on the right tracks in regards to our belief system in Shiba Inu and what we had invested, like have we invested enough money, are we investing the right amount of money and that kind of thing. I just really wanted to have a little bit more insight. So as I was asking God for this insight, I felt like, well, obviously we know he hears and sees all anyway, but I genuinely felt that he was already anticipating me asking that night for the insight. And I did feel like kind of like a comfort in my spirit as I was praying that I was going to receive something that night. But I saw the before I kind of even said the words in my head out loud, if that makes sense. So, you know, like when you pray in your head, but you're talking strategically to God. Before I'd finished my sentence and really like started to ask properly for a vision or a dream, I saw a vision straight away, which I thought was actually incredible. I was so grateful because honestly, God never has to give me any insight whatsoever, but the fact that I barely had kind of begun my prayer and I was seeing things just kind of really excited me and blew me away, really. So I saw a hand, so an arm extended, so from the hand right up to the elbow, it was an arm extended. It didn't have a body attached to it or anything like that, and the arm was reaching out and it was holding a Shiba Inu dog. I knew it was a Shiba Inu dog because it was middle-sized. It was that really beautiful orangey foxy kind of colour. It had a white and orange tail that curled over, and it had very short fluffy fur, and it had the pointed ears. So Shiba Inus are very distinct dogs. They're very it's very obvious what breed it is when you see them. They're very pretty, very kind of petite, but on the mid to large size in real life. And you can't miss it basically when you see one. So the arm was extended and it was holding a Shiba Inu dog. The dog was limp, but the dog didn't seem dead to me in the vision, so it didn't seem like it was unhealthy. It was like perfectly coloured. It was limp as if somebody had literally just picked it up and it was just docile, like it was just chilled out. It wasn't, under any threat or, overexcitable. It was just relaxed. And behind the dog was a black stick and it looked like a pole. And it was pointing to the dog from the backside, if that makes sense. And then in front of the dog, there was another pole which was identical and it was pointing diagonally to the dog's nose. And on that pole, there was fire spurting from the middle of the pole to the top. So if you imagine a blowtorch, when you turn the blowtorch on, it spurts kind of like a gas fire, like really strong. It was like a flame as powerful as that, but the flame was a fire flame. So it was flickering and moving a bit slower like a fire flame, but it was as strong as a blowtorch. And the blowtorch was just like kind of blowing towards the dog's face, but it wasn't touching the dog and it wasn't harming the dog at all. And then the dog was literally just looking straight ahead at the flames and it was just limp in the hand being held. And the vision lasted for a few minutes. So as I was praying for insight, I could then instantly see this all in my head. And I then decided to stop talking and just completely focus on what I was watching in my mind. And then as it started to fade after a few minutes, I then thanked God for what I saw, but then proceeded to ask for more insight as well, because I wasn't sure if I'd kind of like made that up in my head or whether I genuinely just saw it. But it's very I believe that the vision is very specific. So my interpretation is that the coins are being burned or they're about to be burned. I am in no way a cryptocurrency expert at all. My husband knows a little bit more about it than I do. But my understanding is that when coins are burned, the value of the coins that are owned by people goes up. And so based on the speed of the flames that I could see in my vision, I interpreted it that it means that time is running out to invest in Shiba Inu and that a lot of coins are going to be burnt very quickly. That's just my interpretation. If anybody else has any interpretation of what I've seen, then I would be honoured to receive some comments. So please let me know what you think. But that's what I feel. I feel like Shiba Inu is kind of coming to the end of you get a good bargain for your money kind of thing now. I feel like, within a couple of weeks, something massive is going to happen to Shiba Inu. And I actually, to be honest, believe that once Shiba Inu goes up and the wealth transfer has begun by using that coin, I believe that then the coin will probably potentially go back down again and then stay down, or all the coins will get burnt completely. So we'll have to see, of course, but that's what I feel is going to happen, and that's what I feel that my vision represented. So I'm happy to share that with you guys. Let me know what you think, and thank you very much for taking the time to listen. So I hope you continue to enjoy your day or your evening. Take care and God bless.